Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
So there you will be able to do it if else kind of a logic. If this happens, then yes. If no, if doesn't happen, then do something else. Right there you would be able to use yes and no. But for this a true false by default gives you yes. But what you see, that means, let me see if, let me try something. Let me run this report. I need to. I will learn something here as well. If I export this to Excel, if I export the entire report to Excel, let's see what happens. Okay, if I open it up. No, it didn't. Okay. So for those. Yeah, for this. It was blank as way alright. Nobody's we will go to. We will do it using a different way. We will do evaluate expression, and there we will see yes and no. Alright. Okay, so now let's shift our focus to some text functions. Right? Let's try to solve that challenge question that we had. Length of service worker. Okay. Length of service worker. So let's open up the question one more time. Here it is. So we have the input data, something called as a length of service worker that gives you output something like this. 10 years, for months and 6 days, and something like that. My question was extract the number of months from the length of service worker field. Right. The number of months. Now, when you answered the question, you said between two commas. If we do between two commas, what would be the output? I wish to do it for month and 10 months. 10 months, something like this. Right, okay. But now I will tweak this question a little bit. I only want 4 and 10. Then there are spaces, right? Okay. Yes. So then we can use a space as a delimiter. Is it? Yes. So that's what we will try to do. But first, let's try to see how the data looks. Based on that, we will analyze and then maybe take the decision. Right, but here we will do it. Number of years. But this was the challenge question where I said the number of months, but we will do the number of years. So we are trying to find out the number of years, and a worker has spent with the organization. And then we've owned the number of years. Okay. We will do something. We are trying to find out whether a worker has spent 5 years with the organization. Right. Our objective is find list of workers who have more than 5 years of service. Who have completed more than 5 years of service. Right. This is our objective. Find the list of workers who have completed more than 5 years of service. Okay. That is our objective. Right. So you could do it in multiple ways. Isn't it? Because the 5 years of service depends on what? If I want you to do this, how can you calculate whether a worker has completed 5 years of service or not? From the date of hire than today. From the hire date till today. Yes, so you can use hire date. Right. You can date, you can have today. Right. And then, what can you do? We just did some calculations like that date difference. Date difference. Date difference. Date difference. Right. And you can choose the output to be in years. Right, we chose months, but you could choose the output type to be in years. And then, there will be 0, 3, 4, 5, etc. Whatever. So yeah, if then you create a filter and do it like if it is more than 5 years of service. This is absolutely possible. This is definitely, and I would say this is the most efficient way of doing it, rather than what we are going to do. But what we are going to do shows you the power of using the substrate. That is why we are going to do it in a different way. But of course, this is something you could have done, like this at date difference. Okay. So in work there are many ways of writing the same as you have to do. How do you want to write it? Yes, and give that. 1 fine. Sorry. Fine. Okay. Alright. So let's go here. Let's create. First of all, we have to create a new custom report. Create custom report. Okay. So let's call it as what was the other report that we created. If we call it as employee details report only. Do you remember what was the other report we created? Or maybe we can use that then, or do WOWO employee details right? Okay, let's use this. Let's use this there. Alright, we have it already. Oh, we have only the worker and the first name. No, that's fine. So let's add a few fields here. So custom report it. Let's add a few fields. First of all, let's add the hire date. Okay. Let's add the hire date so that we know when this worker was hired. And then let's also add the manager. Manager, level 01. So this is the first line manager. And let's also add the job profile, or maybe, yeah, the job profile. Let's add the job profile. Job profile is mandatory for hiring a worker. So it must, all workers would have a job profile, okay. And then let's run this report. Oh no, sorry, I have to add one more field. That is a length of service worker. Okay. Let's use it as part of this as well. So custom report it. Let's add it as length of service worker. Okay. So what is this field all about? Length of service. So length of service worker it gives you. It's a work-related, delivered field. The length of the service in years, months, and days for the worker. Values for this report field will be displayed if you have access to the worker. Of course, right? So if you have access to the worker, you will get the values, but it is in years, months, and days. Okay. Let's see.
Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.